Joseph is fully dedicated to God. Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's care. From misfortune and repeating truth, we see the remarkable resilience of Joseph. Despite being betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery, and later being unjustly imprisoned. Prosperity in Potiphar's house. Even as a slave in a foreign land, Joseph's life was defined by divine presence rather than his social status. The recognition of God. It wasn't just that Joseph felt God was with him. His master, Potiphar, a pagan Egyptian, saw that the Lord was with him. Joseph's work ethic and character were so distinct that they served as a testimony to his God. Total trust. Potiphar eventually stopped overseeing his own affairs, leaving everything in Joseph's hands. This highlights Joseph's integrity. He was the same man when no one was watching as he was in the spotlight. The shift in focus. Joseph was well-built and handsome. This sets the stage for the coming temptation with Potiphar's wife, reminding the reader that external blessings, like physical appearance, often come with internal trials. Favor in the prison. After being falsely accused and thrown into the king's prison, the narrative remarkably echoes the beginning of the chapter. Unchanging character. Joseph didn't become bitter or quit his responsibilities because he was treated unfairly. He continued to serve. Divine consistency. The Lord was with him and showed him steadfast love. God's presence was not dependent on Joseph's comfort. Presence over platform. We often think God is with us only when we are being promoted or successful. Genesis chapter 39 argues that God is just as present in the prison as he is in the palace. Success, in a biblical sense, is defined as faithfulness in the current assignment, regardless of how low that assignment feels. Character is the best witness. Joseph didn't necessarily preach to Potiphar or the jailer. His excellency did the talking. When we do our work with integrity and skill, it forces the world to acknowledge there is something different about us. Integrity versus reputation. Joseph's reputation was destroyed by Potiphar's wife, leading to his imprisonment. However, his integrity remained intact. This passage teaches us that we cannot always control our reputation, what people think of us, but we can always control our integrity, who we actually are. God uses wait times for training. Joseph's years in Potiphar's house and the prison were not lost years. They were a management internship. Joseph learned how to run a household and then how to run a prison system, skills he would eventually use to run the entire nation of Egypt. Promotion in the pit. Just as Potiphar did, the keeper of the prison saw Joseph's competence and put him in charge of all the other prisoners. Joseph became a leader in the darkest place imaginable. Your current circumstances are not an indicator of God's absence. If you remain faithful in the little things of the pit, God is preparing you for the big things of the palace. God is always with us, wherever we are. In palace or in pit, provided we remain faithful to him.